So England have got one of the most talented national teams in Europe, but which players will go to Euro 2021? So we're starting off with the goalkeepers. My three keepers will be Nick Pope, who I think has to go. He's been amazing for Burnley against certain clubs like Liverpool. He has standout performances. His weakness is his feet, but overall his saving game is amazing, and I think he is our best keeper for saving. Then second, I'd go with Pickford, literally just because he's good with his feet. I mean, T-Rex arms, he's not very good at saving, but for feet, he's our best keeper, but I don't think see him starting. I'll get into the starting 11 afterwards. Then third, we're going to go with Dean Henderson. Great backup. I think them three keepers are pretty easy to choose from. Dean Henderson has been good for Man United when he's played. Obviously, he's had a few mistakes. All keepers make mistakes. But yeah, three goalkeepers, Pope, Dino, and Jordan Pickford. Then going into the defence, I'm going to pick Trent. Trent has been on fire the last two seasons. Obviously, this season he hasn't been very good, but I have watched him and he's defensively has improved. Southgate's obviously left him out of this squad in the Euros, but I think he should definitely go. And if you don't pick him, I mean, what is wrong with him if he doesn't pick him? The other right back, I would pick Reece James, another overall great right back, can go forward, can go backwards, good at defending, good at attacking, and the Wan-Bissaka doesn't get in there because obviously he's not the best attacking. Then for the centre-backs, we're going to go with Stones. I mean, he has elevated his performance. Everyone thought he's finished. Remember that mistake that he made for England a few years ago? And Maguire, obviously. I mean, he's had his ups and downs. He always makes mistakes. But for England, he always kind of steps up, doesn't he? He doesn't really make many errors. Him and Stones have a good partnership as well. In the World Cup last time, they had a really good partnership. Then, for backup, I'd go Konza. Obviously, it could be other people like Lewis Dunk, Nat Phillips could be in a shout. There's a few centre-backs going there, but I think Konza has had a great season, and he hasn't made many mistakes. I might be a bit biased from a Villa fan, but you saw him play well. Hasn't really made many mistakes. I'd put Konza in over Mings, and then the other centre-back would be Cody, and I'd have Cody for his leadership skills. He's a Scouser. That don't really matter, but he's good at, you hear his voice everywhere. I think it was on his debut, like, all you could hear was Cody's voice. Definitely have him there. For left-backs, I'd go Luke Shaw, number one left-back. He's absolutely been amazing this season. He's got, like, the most chances created behind some players. He's one of the top creators. And Ben Chilwell, them two left-backs have been great. Chilwell, obviously, is coming in and out of the Chelsea team, but overall, I think them two left-backs are going to be good for England, especially in the Euros. Then, we're going into a midfield. Now, I'm talking about the core midfielders, the centre mids, maybe a few cams. Everyone's going to have that debate. The first person I'm going to put in, Jordan Henderson. You need him in. He's injured at the moment, but he'll be back for the Euros. He's commanding. He knows how to win things, and you have to have him in that team. I can't see him being dropped. I wouldn't drop him. I don't give a shit what Southgate thinks at the moment. This is my team. But, yeah, Henderson's got to be in there. Declan Rice, he's had an amazing season for West Ham. I was kind of like, what is the big thing about Rice? And this season I saw it. He's amazing on the ball. We're not scared to run forward. He has to play DM. He's our best DM that we've got. Then, Mason Mount. Now, I would have Mason Mount not in the front three, definitely behind. He's fantastic for Chelsea. He does CDM, cam, right wing, centre forward, whatever you need him to be. He's amazing. His work rate is brilliant, and he has just like this aura around him where he uplifts the team, and Mount definitely has to go. Then, another one who, for a lot of people, he'll just get chalked off because he's too young and all that. Bellingham, 17, against San Marino, is amazing, doing his little fix. And now I know it's San Marino, but for 17 years old, playing for Borussia Dortmund, playing in the Champions League, playing for England, he has to go. He's a baller. He needs to go to Euro 2021. Obviously, he'll be on the bench, but yeah, Bellingham, I would say needs to go. Then, the other two midfielders are going to be Calvin Phillips as the backup CDM, obviously, for Leeds. Without him, for Leeds, they're nothing. They can't have that DM who just controls the pitch for midfield so they can all bomb forward. He is great at what he does, and I think he has to go to the Euros because a good backup for Declan Rice. Loves a man bun as well. I think there's two players who have man buns in this team. You know, everyone seems to be having bloody massive buns in their hair now. But yeah, Phillips goes, and James Maddison. James Maddison, we're back from injury. And I don't actually think Southgate will pick him, but I would pick him. He's been amazing. He's upped his levels of goals and assists and goals. Fantastic. Now, we're going on to the forwards, and I have picked two of the four that everyone's debating, Mount and Maddison. I've gone and picked Grealish as well. Super Jack, he needs to start, has to play. He can play on the wing, and he can also play cam and stuff, but he has to start. He brings something different to the team, adds a bit of creativity, drives all the players forward, and Grealish has to play. It would be outrage if Jack Grealish doesn't get picked for the Euros. Like, everyone will be Southgate out. Then you've got Harry Kane, number 9, pretty much first striker on the team sheet. 34 goal contributions this season. Absolutely amazing, has to go. Rashford also goes just because he is a very explosive pace-wise. Hasn't had a good season, so he could maybe be dropped. But I think Rashford is a lot more aggressive on the ball and will drive to try and get that shot away or something like that. Calvert-Lewin also goes for his just backup. He's been brilliant start of the season and scoring more goals for England, so that's always great. Then I'm taking Phil Foden as well. I'm taking all 4. Mount, Maddison, Foden and Grealish. They're all going. Foden as well has been fantastic. The way I've watched him, the way he stays on his feet all the time. He gets tackled. He could go down, get a penalty. And he never does. He stays on his feet. He brings the ball down great. He's another one who's brings something different. And Foden, for me, definitely has to go. Then, the last attacker that I'm bringing, and the last of the 23, is going to be Jadon Sancho. So that means I've left Sterling out. Yeah, I don't really rate Sterling, as I said. I think he's a bit of a tapping merchant. And for England especially, he ain't been performing well. And Sancho dribbling amazing. He can provide the assists, provide the goals. I think he would be amazing for England. And I'd value him over Sterling. And that does mean that you're leaving out quite a lot of players there. Obviously, Saka, who's really unlucky not to be in the squad. He's been amazing for Arsenal. Mings, obviously. I just think Mings this season has had a few mistakes. Walker, Kyle Walker, oh, beloved Southgate's Kyle Walker. Eric Dyer, he won't like that, but Eric Dyer, I mean, he doesn't even start for Spurs anymore. Sterling, who, I think Sterling's the main one who I've left out. He's a bit, probably going to get picked, but I just don't rate him, and I think he's alright at City, but you put him in a different team and he's not as good. James Ward-Prowse, I think, gets left out as well. He has had a brilliant season. I really don't like that I've left him out, but I've kind of valued Bellingham over him. Obviously, set pieces, he's amazing. If I'm being honest, you might have to make way, swap maybe Phillips for Ward-Prowse, but I don't know. I've just left him out. He's amazing on set pieces, and I think he would be a really good asset if he went to the Euros, but he'd be on the bench. And yeah, he does leave out. Then you've got Danny Ings, Watkins, Bamford, all 3 of them. Watkins and Bamford mainly have been amazing this season. They're unlucky. There's just too many good players. Harvey Barnes as well. Harvey Barnes. He's had an amazing season. He's been injured as well. I think he will get left out though, just because of the competition in his position. Same with Bamford and Watkins. Watkins maybe have a little bit of a chance, but I just value Calvert-Lewin's goal-scoring threat. He's a lot more like Harry Kane. Jesse Lingard as well, another big player being left out. Air freshener. K1. He's had an amazing season for West Ham, been on fire, but I just think one season, compared to everyone else, all the other cams, they've had a bit more, they've done a bit more. Lingard has only just started from January in West Ham, and honestly, if he does it next season, yeah, he's in contention, and I think the reason he's left out is just because of competition of places again. And now we're going to go on to the formation, my 11. The good thing about the players I've picked is you can have 2 formations, 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. So we're going to go for the 4-3-3 first. I'd have Pope in goal, number 1 for me, better than Pickford. Trent, Maguire, Stones, just because I think their partnership in the Euros was very good. Luke Shaw, that creative amazingness. Then in the 3, DM Rice, Henderson ahead of him. Mason Mount in that little bit, which Maddison could come on for as well in that little slightly more attacking role, but still like a CM. Then the front 3 would be for me Harry Kane, Jack Grealish on the left, and Jadon Sancho on the right. So you'd have players like Rashford you could bring on. Phil Foden, I think, would be amazing to bring off from the bench, give that more explosive power. The subs would be amazing. And if you wanted to, you could go for the 4-2-3-1 where you could have basically the same thing, but Henderson and Rice would be a bit deeper and Mount would be in that 10 or Maddison or whoever you want. But I think there's players who are good in attack. The one that I don't really like leaving out is Ward-Prowse and Lingard, but it is what it is. Southgate probably won't pick anyone though. He'll go with his bloody 5 at the back. Playing Dyer, playing Walker, playing Trippier, I haven't even mentioned. But the team that I've picked are very attacking. I think they can do well. Young, obviously, they don't have... There's players in there who do have the experience of the World Cup and stuff. And the youth that want to be energetic, want to attack. And I think the key is to attack when we're going to the Euros, not defend when we're against the big teams. Like England, we have so many good players. And if we don't win either the Euros or the World Cup with this crop of players, I mean... it's a scandal. And I don't actually think we will win anything with Southgate because he's boring. He plays it safe, and I think we would have to sack him to get the full potential out of his players. So yeah, but Southgate will probably pick all the experienced ones, like Eric Dyers, the Trippiers, the Walker. But I think my 11, very good. My 23, even better. You can change the 11 round. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace, and make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.